Welcome to Open Forum.
Hi, Mr. Camping.
Yes.
I had a question about Ezekiel 3, verses 17 through 19.
Yes, look at that.
I'll ask my question, and then I'll hang up so I can listen to your answer. In this passage, it speaks of watchmen. If we are not watchmen, does this passage teach that God will kill us on Judgment Day? Anyway, I was just confused and not knowing what that verse meant, so if you could explain that and the implications, that'd be great.
Yes, well, this is a very important passage that is looking right at everyone who claims to be a true believer today, and so I'm very glad that you asked your question. In verse 17 we read, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Now, actually, every true believer is in God's eye here, God's target. We are those who have been made a watchman. That's why you read again and again, like in Mark 13, watch, watch, watch. And because we are the ones that God uses to warn the world that Judgment Day is almost here. So, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word from my mouth, and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, Thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Now, this is a general statement that applies any time that we share the gospel. As we share the gospel, we have to warn people that judgment, that the wages of sin is death, and but that God has provided a gift of salvation that we can cry out for. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn from his wickedness, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. It really is a warning to us today. In fact, it's said a little bit differently in Ezekiel chapter 33. I want to turn to that a moment because this is such an important verse in the concept that God is giving us. We read in Ezekiel chapter 33 where God is saying in Ezekiel 33, let me see. Therefore thou, in verse 12 of Ezekiel 33, Therefore thou, son of man, say unto the children of thy people, the righteousness of the righteous shall not deliver him in the day of his transgression. I'm sorry. I want to start with verse 4 of Ezekiel 33. In verse 3, actually, verse 3. I'm going to start with verse 2 because that really builds it up. Son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. Now, blowing the trumpet is simply proclaiming what the Bible says. The Bible says that when the sword is coming, it gives us the time. It's May 21 of this year, and we are to sound the warning. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, If the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet. He heard the warning, Judgment Day, May 21, and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. If it's God's good pleasure to save that person. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. In other words, it's the watchman who did not sound the warning that will be entering into Judgment Day. And this is a very, very solemn statement that is given to everyone who claims to be a true believer, that we should be asking, oh Lord, how can I be used in any way whatsoever to help declare to the world that Judgment Day is coming. That's why Family Radio is dedicating so much time and so much energy to encourage others, those who are true believers, to sound the warning in any way that they're able to do it. But thank you for sharing your question,